This is Gary Don Thacker, and today I thought we'd look back at the original FNAF trilogy. If you're not sure what I mean by that, FNAF 1, 2, and 3. This was originally going to be the only games that Scott was going to make. But then, of course, we're here, so of course that didn't happen. But you know, it's fun to look back. Look back at it and you have a little bit of nostalgia. So let's look back at the original FNAF trilogy. FNAF 1 is probably the scariest game out of this whole franchise. Yeah, some games come close to it, FNAF VR, but no game is scary as FNAF. It hit that right level of mystery, atmosphere, and terror. FNAF 1 does have the best atmosphere out of all the games, with the secret messages, the secret little rare screens. And when you play FNAF 1, you are genuinely scared, which is more than I can say for some of the other FNAF games. And even before Scott knew this game was going to be successful, there were still lore elements in the story. Honestly, it's the perfect recipe for a horror game. Even if someone doesn't know FNAF very well, if you show them the characters Freddy, Bonnie, Chica, and Foxy, they'd probably be able to tell them. FNAF 2 elevates everything from 1 to 10 really fast, but it's not necessarily a good thing. Because while in the first FNAF, you actually feel scared, this one you feel more just anxiety. There are so many animatronics in the game that it's kind of hard to just keep everything in track. And most animatronics are not really scary. The mask makes everything not scary. And the toy animatronics are cute, except for Toy Chica and Mangle, of course. I never quite get the same feeling that I have with FNAF 2 that I have with FNAF 1. But does that mean FNAF 2 isn't good? FNAF 2 is great. FNAF 2 elevates the lore, it's actually a prequel, which is what no one was expecting that. The animatronic designs are great. This was also the FNAF game to introduce mini-games. FNAF 3 was going to be the final chapter of this game series. And personally, I think FNAF 3 is way scarier than FNAF 2. Not as scary as FNAF 1, but I do think it's pretty scary, actually. Yes, the sound of the jump scares are not scary, but the designs of the phantoms are very terrifying. And everything is so dark that you can barely even tell where they are, so when they actually jump out, it is a huge surprise and shock, and a huge fear factor. But it's not like FNAF 2 when there's too many things going on, because there are quite a bit of animatronics this way, but there's only really one threat. That's Springtrap. I think that was smart. Unlike FNAF 2 where you can easily trick the animatronic, Springtrap can be tricked. He's intelligent. And you can get jump scared multiple times in this game, in the same night, which is not a lot of the other FNAF games can actually say for themselves. And honestly, from a lore perspective, it ended the franchise completely. The original FNAF trilogy is amazing. Of course, there is a sequel trilogy which is not as good as the original trilogy, but it's not bad. So if you do want to see me go over to that, I definitely will. I would love to go over that sometime. But I guess now, bye-bye, Gary Don Thacker.